Today we're going to be having a look at these Pifco Yule lights. So these are Pifco Yule lights. They're a one-piece set of lights, as in the shade is integral to the bulb holder. I can't find any pictures of them doing these as a later set where it was a separate shade. The only pictures I have of, well, I had some pictures for a set of 20, but they were taken on a shoe, and I only have a set of them as a set of 35, but I can't find any other pictures of these lights as a set of 20 or 40 in later models where they were separate shade design. It's mainly because of how small this is. That's almost the same shape as a bulb holder on some of the other lights. Now, can't quite see inside, but don't think they have the red grip to stop the anti-snag device to stop the wires from being pulled out on these ones. So they're pre-78, I think. These lights are not to be confused with fairy chandeliers. They look very similar, except these lights are like this in comparison to the bulb, whereas fairy chandeliers are this way up and the bulb is inserted through the bottom. They were also a one-piece design, which, like these, didn't survive into the early to mid 80s like some of the others did. I've had these ones for a while. They've got good bulbs. You can see that the pink ones have got clear bulbs in, because I believe I did a minor restoration on these at the time when I didn't have pink bulbs. I have pink bulbs now, but we'll turn them on and see what they look like. Yay, they don't work. So let's have a little look and make sure we got our bulbs in place. Still no closer to finding why these lights don't work, but this one, the shade is broken on the inside. You see that? The bulb holder is loose. So we'll use this as a way to see what these older lights looked like on the inside. So there's your bulb holder. You can see it's soldered on the side. One wire is soldered on the side of the bottom, and then one goes up through the middle, gets soldered like this. Yeah, we'll push this out as well. There you go, it's on like a piece of card. There's another little washer there, and then just a blob of solder to hold it all in place. There's also a spring in there, can you see that? There is no anti-snag mechanism. No, there's no anti-snag mechanism, it's all moulded plastic. So these bulb holders would be probably put in the mould and then everything moulded in between it. But let's see if this is actually the cause of our short. No, it's not. Oh, sorry, the cause of our non-lighting lights. But let's put this bulb in correctly, because it didn't feel like it was seating properly. So that just sits in there like that. There's still a little bit of a lip for it to sit on. But I'm I'm going to go through these bulbs one more time, no edit, live on camera. So just give us a minute while I go through and check all the colours. Start with the yellow, oh sorry, red. There's another one that was not sitting properly. It's the problem with these lights that don't have the anti-snag device on them. These things can just jump about and not sit properly. There we go, found the problem. It could have been multiple lights, but the problem is that these lights, these early lights that don't have the snag protection, not only does it stop the cables from being pulled out the bottom, but it also stops this from happening, where the little card section at the bottom, see that moving? Stops that from coming out, and what's happening is it's sitting on an angle, and then when you're putting the bulb in, the little piece of card, rather than sitting flat with the solder in the middle, sits on an angle, and the bulb just touches the edge of the card and doesn't make a circuit. So I've just, by moving the little solder blob more to the middle, should be able to make a circuit. Again, I wasn't going to play that repair for you in full. It took a while to get there. We eliminated the basics. We eliminated the fuse bulb being the problem. We eliminated the fuse being the problem. Right, I've switched to another camera because the other one was doing me head in. It wouldn't focus properly. So the red, pink and purple. Now, off camera when compared to each other, they are, what's the word? They're quite distinguishable. This is purple, this is red, this is pink. On the camera screen I'm looking at, these both look pink and that looks purple, but it's not the case. Got original bulbs in most of these. You can tell the difference because of how tall the white one is. This white one is just a coloured bulb that had the paint removed. All the colours are fantastic. The blue, really deep vivid blue. Where is it? This one is a little bit faded, but not too much. A little bit of a paint chip on the end there. Fantastic set of lights. They got really nice colours. Not much refraction on these. Let me try it with this pink one. Yeah, there's not much there. I might keep the white bulbs in the pink shades, mainly because if you have pink bulbs as well, there's not going to be much difference between the pink, the purple and the red. And I think they don't look too bad with them like that. But yeah, they're a cracking set of lights. They're quite substantial, but very finicky. Quite a rare set. You don't see these popping up very often, but I've had these probably about 10 years. They've only had a minor restoration, very minor, and I don't think I've had them out yet. I may have had them out, but I'm not sure. But I'm gonna have to get these out and cycle through the collection and get some different lights out, because I quite like them. They look like, depending on how you look at it, they look a little bit like jelly molds. Let's have a little closer look at the shades. Let's see, we'll try this yellow one. So, got these ribs, quite a substantial groove on them, as you can see, like little cog wheels. There's 3 of them. Got the base, slight little dome here. Each layer is tapered, but only slightly. When you get to this part, this is all smooth inside. It's a rounded beveled edge. And then where you can see that edge, it goes straight down. This little dish at the bottom, this plate, is flat. There are what looks like little mold marks There's 4 of them. There's one here, there's one here, there's one here, and there's one here. And then this bit is flat, but then there's a raised edge, which is where the bulb goes into. And I think that forms part of the mechanism that stops the bulb holders from coming out. Now, as we saw on this purple one, although there's oh, there you go, it's coming all the way out now. There's not much stopping it from coming all the way out now. Just got to be careful with it. Maybe if I put the braiding up, get it braided a little bit more tighter with the cables there, it'll stop that from happening. No idea how that is even broke, unless somebody's put a bulb in the past and broke it that way. Don't poke about with electric lights, they can be dangerous. I'm a trained idiot and I've been working on these lights for 30 plus years. Just be careful. If you're not sure, if you don't know what you're doing and you want your lights to work, take them to a professional. I'm sure they can figure out how to fix them themselves, or you can reference this video. So there you have it, Pifco Yule lights. If you got any of these, have you had issues with them the same as what we just had, let us know in the comments below, and we'll catch you on the next one.